Hi everyone in English 1301, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 11 instructional video. So I'm filming this ahead of time, which just throws me off for some reason. Hopefully it's not throwing any of you off. Let's go ahead and jump into the content area and see what we have on our agenda for week 11. So you do have a chapter that you're going to read on finding sources online at the library in the field. And this reading will then be something that is applicable to what I'm asking you to do. So usually I am the one providing you with the sources, with the videos, all of that kind of stuff. Well, this week you are going to find your own reliable source after reading the chapter. It can be a video, a podcast, anything that you believe is a reliable source. We're going into this with good faith, that you're finding something that's useful. It doesn't have to be an academic article. I mean, think of the sources that we've used related to food so far in the semester. You're going to find something similar. So it can be, anything. You'll find your own source about food, right? It is supposed to be centered on our overall theme. Based on the steps, ideas, and guidelines from our chapter reading, okay? Everybody's gonna find something different, and we are then going to complete a worksheet that looks very similar to the worksheet we did in week 10 based on Jennifer Aitley's video, The Hunt for Gerald So, right? So we are just taking that kind of, understanding of evaluating sources, looking at sources, with a critical eye and using our own source, right, to complete that worksheet. You will then complete the participation quiz, and we are moving into another food journal this week. My hope is that Turnitin and D2L are just a bit more functional and I can finish the grading for those. Don't worry about my feedback at this point. What I really want you to do is to go in and reflect on your writing. Just, we read the chapter on reflecting on our writing. I want you to apply that to what you read from what you've submitted previously, or just adding to it, right? So I'm going to scroll down. I also want you to watch the food journal collection video with the caveat, this is not due this week. This is not something that is due in week 11. This is a video to just give you a sense of where we are headed with our food journal writing, okay? And here are the guidelines that I go over in the video. There is a video that, this link will take you to YouTube, but I know some of you may be working on computers that don't have access to YouTube. So if you click this link, it will just keep you in D2L. It's the same exact video, okay? So then we are going to evaluate the source that we find, which means you need to let me know what the source is, right? So when you go to this assignment area, there's more information and there's the Google Docs template. Remember that even if you utilize the Google Docs link, you still have to upload your document. You cannot go directly from Google Docs to D2L, so you need to download that in Word or PDF format and then upload it from whatever device you're using. Or you can click the download link and just, save yourself probably a little bit of time, irritation, etc. But both are available to you. We'll see how long it takes my computer to open up this document so you can take a look. It looks almost exactly like our, when we did the work with Jennifer Aitley's video. Let me see. All right, let me pause and see if it'll open. My computer had a good think and finally opened everything. So what is the title of the source you found, right? If it's a short video, if it's an article, remember to cite it according to MLA, which means does it need quotation marks? Does it need to be italicized? You can go to, right, the table of contents and go to the MLA help module to just double check those kinds of things. There is a link there to the Purdue Online Writing Lab website where you can double check, right, how to cite things. So if this is not a site that you're familiar with, now's the time. They have APA, they have MLA. This is something I covered in the MLA video. So make sure that you're familiarizing yourself with all those things that are helpful. So in the MLA guide, eventually. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, so right here has an ongoing list of how to format things, in-text citations, formatting quote. I mean, everything you could need, especially when it comes to like works cited pages and everything like that, how to format things. It's all here. You just have to kind of click around and find it. So don't be afraid. It's information overload, but if you know what you're looking for, you can find it a bit more easily. Okay, so that's the Purdue Online Writing Lab. I'm going back to the assignment, right? Evaluating your source. And so provide a link for the source you found. So you can expand all of these by typing, and you just complete everything according to, your understanding of how we want to evaluate sources, and think about, how we work to find those sources, right? Because in our class, I've given you a majority of the sources, right, with our textbook, but also the videos, the TED Talks, the articles, that kind of thing. But that won't always be the case, right? So we really need to think about the steps we need to take in future courses that may require this kind of research, right? Okay, then you will upload your file. Please remember to upload your file in .doc, .docx, or .pdf format, because D2L won't let me open anything else. And Turnitin is the same. So I can't grade what I can't open, right? So just make sure, I mean, this is information in the syllabus, but it just bears repeating just because we're so deep into the semester. It's easy to forget these things, or just need a friendly reminder, right? So if we go to our weekly module and scroll down, of course you're watching what will be number 1 here, right? So that's the evaluating your source worksheet. You also have a food journal that is due. Don't freak out, this is a lot of information, and much of it is from previous, like, see, these are the previous prompts. If you weren't able to complete those, everything's available, all the information is here. So read this slowly, don't freak out. So we're just adding to it, right? So I want you to pick another source based on, those other videos or those other bits of information that we've considered related to food, right? Think about that meal you wrote about and Finley's ideas. You should have already written about your comfort food, or a meal you had in a particular week, and brought in Finley's ideas. So then we're adding to that, okay? But what I want you to know is that everybody's is gonna look the same. My expectation is not that you're just going to start tacking on paragraphs. For some of you, you may wanna use Sean Sherman, or you may wanna use more than one additional source, but that may be more useful in the first paragraph you wrote, and Jennifer Aitley might be, her own paragraph to bring in some ideas. This is going to look different for everybody, and I don't want it to stress you out to feel as though there is a uniform step-by-step that you have to complete, because our brains work differently, we all write differently. So do with this what you will. If this means you just need to tack on additional paragraphs, then that's fine. Just make sure that everything is connected, right? You have, topic sentences that are about you. Okay, a lot of the feedback I'm seeing in what I'm able to provide feedback on for the last food journal is we don't want to start a paragraph about our research. You don't need to start a paragraph about Finley and then bring in your experience. You don't want to then move into a topic sentence that starts with Jennifer Aitley. This writing is about you. You should be the topic sentence for each paragraph, and then you're using research to support your ideas, okay? So just read through this, right? I'm really hitting on the topic sentences because I am a firm believer in the fact that a topic sentence can just help so much when it comes to organizing our ideas, which is why I've asked you to underline each topic sentence so that you can visually see on the page, yes, that sentence is about me. It's not about Sherman, it's not about Finley, it's not about any of those other research you're bringing in, it is about you. And then you are using research to support your ideas from these different sources, okay? So just breathe a bit, you can do this. I know you can. You've done so much of this work already, and we're just adding to it. If you haven't done those previous journals, then of course here are the prompts, and you'll want to make sure that you're doing that work. And I've revisited this idea of, we need timestamps for videos. So all of these are videos and need specific timestamps. And just a note, I'm seeing more and more quotes that don't exist, right? So quotes that are not in any of the videos. This is usually an indicator of the use of AI to write work. And this is not me judging anybody. This is me just saying, in order to follow MLA guidelines, we need to correctly quote sources. If we don't, that's edging on plagiarism, and we want to stay far away from that, right? So take your time, use the transcript, the read transcript button when it comes to the TED Talk so that you can see word for word those quotes and choose the ones that are helping you support your own ideas. A majority of this writing is going to be your words and your ideas, and then you're bringing in the research to support those, okay? All right, so now going back to week 11, the random word for this week's quiz is going to be candy corn, because of course. So then you'll want to complete the week 11 quiz once you've completed everything else. Okay, I was trying not to rush through everything, but also trying to provide enough detail that would be helpful, because again, I will be out of town from Thursday to Monday. I'm going to check in as often as I'm able to see if there are any emails or notes in the Q&A area. So reach out. Don't feel as though, well, Dr. E's out of town. It still means you can, some of you have texted me during office hours with the Google Voice number, and that's great, or use the Remind app. You can text me through the Google Voice number whenever. I'm just going to respond when I'm able, right? So even if you want to text at 1 a.m., I have muted notifications, but I'll get back to you as soon as I am able to do so. All right, y'all, happy November. We are in week 11. We have so much that we have already accomplished, so just get energized so we can finish out the semester strong. All right, take care and good luck in week 11.